Today we're gonna venture into Wizard101's deep and dark crevices where no 3 AM YouTubers have gone before because it's too scary for them. So people might be wondering how I can see through walls and exteriors, and that's a valid question. No, I'm not a hacker man like you see in the meme. Besides, I'm wearing a green hoodie. What I'm actually doing is using a mechanic in the game called photomancy. Its original intention by the developers was to make it so that players can take screenshots better, and to make players stop posting screenshots on Reddit with their phone. One thing the developers didn't count on though was the fact that the camera could bypass walls, as long as the player was near one. It also makes it so that you can open your third eye and see into the beyond realm. With the specifics out of the way, in the last video a few people commented on things for me to check out. Thanks to Gumi, without their comment I wouldn't have noticed this. But apparently under the map of Darkmoor, you'll find a spinning thingamajig endlessly suspended in midair. It reminds me of something out of Doctor Who, which could have been at one point part of Wizard101's 5 Boxes event. It also kind of reminds me of Baba Yaga's hut, except instead of chicken feet, it's bat wings. Or hell, maybe it's the bat signal, I don't know. This is all just speculation and it doesn't really have any merit to it, but I thought I'd give my 2 cents on it. The developers might keep this motto handy someday. Maybe on Halloween it's gonna pop up as a shitty jump scare. Tell me what you think of this down below in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Next discovery was noted by Kanra. Inside the Zafarian houseboat that players can purchase with gold, you can find a crate under the stairs out away from normal viewing. Now what's special about this crate is that it's labeled top secret with a small butthole on it with some hemorrhoid cream. I believe it could be a reference to the game Portal, where players can basically fire a portal using a gun to any wall or any object. The crate really seems to be feeling it though. Using the camera, I decided to see if there was anything to the back of the crate, but there really isn't anything there. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide on what you think it could be. Maybe it's an Easter egg or something more. Whatever it is, I'll admit it's pretty interesting. Moving on, I wanted to explore the world of Croctopia for this video. Maybe we'll explore other worlds in Wizard101, and depending on those discoveries, I'll make later installments for the Out of Bounds series. Now the first thing people are probably going to ask is there anything inside the Crocotopian Pyramid, like a treasure from Indiana Jones? The answer to that is no, just some dusty farts from a Mander NPC, who just happened to stand in my way. In the Crocotopian wand, boot, and housing shop, you'll find that below the entire building is a black hole with a skybox, whereas the other stores is just a blinding white light. When you zoom outside from the Crocotopian library, you'll see that everything but the entrance platform is in view. Normally, you just see the top of the outside in the Crocotopian library, but because the developers didn't intend on players to find that, they just took the entrance away, and left the rest of the background scenery to save space. I also took the liberty of viewing the library from all different angles just to see if anything else was missing. Another area I took a look at was the balance school. There really wasn't much here except maybe these shelves that kept extending upward with nothing on them. For whatever reason, there is a gate above the doorway to the Palace of Kings. Maybe it's some sort of piracy protection for the paywall. I don't know, but maybe it comes down on people trying to cheat the game out of their money. Here in the Palace of Kings, I found 2 very rare Pokemon at 2 AM. Sadly though, they fled when I got close. They must have been legendary Pokemon. Inside the Throne Room of Fire, you can find this Illuminati triangle off to the side of the left wall. To my knowledge, it really doesn't serve much of a purpose, except maybe for one thing, and this is a bit of a stretch, but normally towards the end of this dungeon you get flames coming out from a staff, and there really isn't a way to tell where it's coming from. Except maybe it comes from a particle emitter from the last Out of Bounds video. But otherwise, maybe it's something much deeper and darker than we expect. Or it's just an asset left forgotten by the developers. Who knows? The Emperor's Retreat has some sinking ships in the ice. Some of them aren't really fully modeled, while one is. What's more interesting though is that there's AI pathfinding. Apparently these Manders are trying to be Super Mario ice climbers scaling a side of a wall. Some of them can even walk through the stalagmites. They're really working their skinny leg muscles hustling up that wall and back down. In the Crackerjack Karumba Palace, or whatever the fuck it's called, I saw off into the distance a weird cross-shaped alignment of stone blocks. Now obviously, it's an ancient Egyptian weapon like in Yu-Gi-Oh!, except this has lied dormant out in the void for a millennia. However, since I assume we're going with the Egyptian theme, it's probably an honk. But why is it there though? After a bit of research, I dug up an article from a fan site that may be a clue to this Outer Bounds mystery. Apparently, there is a secret room off into the distance in this very dungeon. The players were able to get into Dexter's laboratory by teleporting to each other at the exact same time. Now you might be asking, if that's such an ingenious way to unlock a secret room, then there must be something special. Inside the room there are a variety of puzzles and somewhat resembling a specific battle in Part 101, and that's really all there is. In the video, those wandering adventurers hit a dead end after trying to solve a puzzle. So unfortunately, nobody has discovered what is beyond those doors, or if there's actually anything beyond them. It isn't to say that somebody out there can't figure it out by cheating. But if you want to do it the normal way, supposedly they patched it out some time ago. I'll just leave it up in the air, maybe a KingsIsle developer might answer it. Who knows? If you want to see the full video, I'll leave a link down below in the description. Anyways, is there anything that you found out of bounds in Wizard101? Comment down below and maybe I'll mention it in a future video. But subscribing is just a click away. Thank you for watching and commenting. With that, take care and see you guys.